It is the festive season and Delhi's cultural calendar couldn't get more colourful than this. Art shows, dance festivals and international events, the list is endless, and from that list we bring you the very best. On top of our list of stories for this week is the Ananya Dance Festival, indigenous Australian music and the Anando Mela. Talking about festivals, Delhi's Purana Killa is the place to be during this season. The 12th edition of the Ananya Dance Festival happened here, and what a grand show it was.
Breaking the silence with its majestic solitary presence, the Old Fort is a monumental structure which defines our archaeological success. And yet again, Purana Killa was the chosen scene for Ananya Festival 2012.
The festival has grown over the last 10 years, and this is the 11th year. Every year we have to innovate within keeping the traditions intact. We have to innovate as festival organizers. We have to see that the interest of the people is as alive as it was in the first 2-3 years. We've tried to keep the quality very high. Secondly, we don't really repeat artists, so people have something new to see every time. Thirdly, we keep doing seminars, interactions. This time, like we've done a school workshop.
आमोक्ष्यन्ते त्वयि मधुकर श्रेणी दीर्घान् कटाक्षान्.
Welcoming the Navratri season, Vijayalakshmi and her group presented in the Mohiniyattam style Prayapti, which means fulfillment. The piece depicted the story of the courtesans. She showed how a courtesan living a glamorous life falls to the verbal taunts of the people. This makes her question her existence to Lord Shiva, who in return grants her and all courtesans a special blessing. After this, no idol of goddess Durga will be complete without the soil from a courtesan's house.
It's, celebrating our national heritage, by way of through our monuments, and Purana Killa being one of the oldest monuments in the country and one of the oldest in the world probably. And also juxtaposing it with Indian classical dance and in current times. So what can be more inspiring and exciting and extraordinary than that?
As the story unfolds, the music of the dhaki enthralls the audience, rekindling in their hearts the spirit of Durga Pujo. The dancers, acting as courtesans, pleaded to the embodiment of feminine power to rise and to welcome her into her maternal home. The monumental Purana Killa boomed with the song of Jago Durga.
one of the very good podiums where you can really uplift the culture, and you're getting the exposure to see in a city like Delhi. Otherwise, life just passes. So it's a wonderful experience of Mohiniyattam today.
They also performed the Sindoor Khel, a game of vermilion, where women apply each other this red residue as a mark of being married. Encapsulating all the important ingredients of this festival, Vijayalakshmi's show was a celebration in itself.
There could have been no better way to kickstart the festival than with this super duper show. Now, Emperor Jahangir from the Mughal dynasty had called Kashmir heaven on earth. And if you look at the paintings by two of the eminent artists from this area, you will confirm these thoughts.
Kashmir. The very sound of it evokes the beauty of snow-capped mountains, valleys full of colorful flowers and serene sparkling waters. Bringing out the strong spiritual essence through an exhibition titled Kashmir, The Other Pastoral, are Dinanath Wali and Kishori Kaul.
I think what it wants to talk about is the strength and exuberance of nature as a spiritual force, as a force that really nurtures one and which really gives a sense of forward-looking and love for the moment.
Looking at the works of D.N. Wali, one can guess that he was in close proximity of the place while painting them. His strokes are delicate and his watercolors does justice to the picturesque Kashmir. Those paintings depict the Kashmir of the 1940s and 50s. The Dal Lake and almond blossoms bring out the summer radiance of this paradise, and the painter has also depicted winter in Kashmir in 1947 and the Dal Lake of 51. Kishori Kaul's paintings show a closer perspective of Kashmir. These are subtle, like the blowing of wind and the ruffling of the leaves, the blossoming of flowers to emphasizing an apple, her paintings, all results of her memories of Kashmir. Kaul's oil on canvas are larger and the strokes bolder. Fusing bright colors with light ones, she has made vibrant patterns.
जैसे मैंने एंटर किया रूम में, ऐसा लगा कि कश्मीर में आ गया हूँ. सीरियसली ऐसा लगा, और मैंने सारी पेंटिंग्स को बहुत बारीकी से देखा. सब में ऐसा लग रहा है कि हम कश्मीर में हैं. एक एक फ़ोटो को देखते ही ऐसा फील हो रहा है. बट एक तरीके से अनदेखा सा है, क्योंकि अब हमें ऐसा नज़र नहीं आता कश्मीर. ठीक है, आप जैसे इसमें देख सकते हैं, ट्रीज़ हैं और माउंटेन्स हैं और काफ़ी झील वगैरह भी बनाई हुई हैं. तो वो पहले थी, बट ऐसे नहीं हैं अब.
When one shows the living and breathing Kashmir, the other brings out its very soul. Both the artists have captured the serenity hidden in this land onto their canvases, duly suiting the title, a showcase of a complete different beauty, The Other Pastoral.
The exhibition focuses on Kashmir and what it used to be like. Now when you see that, you can't but hope that Paradise Lost will one day be regained. Well, hold on to that thought while we take a small break.
Coming up, indigenous Australian music, hands that make the gods, and the grand food fight.
Welcome back. Every year around Durga Puja, groups of artists move to Delhi. Their canvas is large, their works larger than life, and it is their hands that mold the very gods.
God might have created man in his own image, but during the Durga Puja season, people like Bishwajit Pal return the same favor. Their steady workman hands molds the god and dresses them up in sparkling finery. Pal is from the Krishnanagar district in West Bengal, and he, like his father before him, is an idol maker. During the festive season, caught up in a tight game of time and perfection, he works endlessly to make the statues of Ma Durga flawless.
দিল্লিতে এসে আমরা 10টা মূর্তি তৈরি করি। আমরা 10টা মূর্তি তৈরি করার জন্য আমরা 2 মাস প্রায় 10 দিন মতন আছি। আমরা 4-5 জন লোক কাজ করি। কিন্তু একটা মূর্তি তৈরি করতে কতটা সময় লাগবে তাহলে সেটা এর মধ্যে এখন বলা যাবে না। কারণ একটা মূর্তিতে যদি ছোট মূর্তির সময় কম লাগবে, বড় হলে পর সময় বেশি লাগবে। তা মোটামুটি একটা ধরে নিন যে একটা মূর্তি তৈরি করতে 20-22 দিন মতন লাগে একটা বড় প্রতিমা তৈরি করতে।
The process is long and takes many months, from erecting bamboo sticks on wood to mixing clay, wooden flakes and hay, to finally molding all this into shape and then waiting for it to be dried. It doesn't end there. These figures are then coated first with a layer of clay mixed with white mud and then with colorful paint to differentiate the gods. Doing all this takes months.
দিল্লিতে এসে প্রথমেই আগে কাঠ, বাঁশ, মাটি এসব জোগাড় করতে হয়। যেগুলো আমরা কাঠ, বাঁশ, মাটি আমার দিল্লিতেই পাওয়া যায়। এবছর যেমন বৃষ্টির জন্য একটুখানি অসুবিধা ছিল, মাটিটা পাইনি ঠিক মতন, তো জোর মাটিটা আসে হরিয়ানা থেকে। আর একটা যেটা মাটি লাগে সেটা আসে আমাদের দিল্লি যমুনা থেকে আনা হয়। আর বাঁশ, কাঠ এইসব কাছাকাছি পাওয়া যায়, তা সেটা এখানে এসে প্রথমেই জোগাড় করে তারপর আমাদের কাজটা শুরু করা হয়।
God is in the details, and each one of these artists have their specialized list of jobs to do. Ujjwal is good with hair, and he is in charge of the lion's mane. This is made from part or dried and flattened jute. Taking palm-length pieces of part, Ujjwal rolls them and ties them together to make the mane. The same part is dried black and used as hair. It is Bhavesh's task to fix this mane on the lion. The body of the lion is not painted but is covered using soft yellow towels to match the skin tone. Shringar, or the makeup of the goddess, can be a tricky business. The look has to be glossy, so the face is first coated with oil and then dried. Gradually, the eyes are drawn in and ornaments placed to complete the dressing up process.
Speciality of Durga idol is the eyes, and if you won't make the eyes that beautiful, then you are in no way devoting your heart to Durga, Ma Durga, your devotion to her. It is an important asset in Durga Puja. Mr. Vishwajit Pal, who is making these idols, is from Krishnagar, and he has that talent that he has inherited from his forefathers of making the idol in that beautiful way that people likes it, and that is why since 2004 he has been making idol here.
Much like the mythological story of Ma Durga visiting her maternal home, from this centralized idol-making station, each of these 11 idols are taken to various pandals in Delhi. And the artist hopes that in the coming year when she returns, they will too. Asche bochor abar hobe.
There is a sort of shraddha or reverence in what they do. Now once again, let's go back to the Purana Killa, this time for the grand launch of the Ozfest. Words fail me as I try to describe this spectacular setting. See it to believe it.
Ozfest in Delhi began with the transformation of Purana Killa's Sher Mandal with 3D light projections. It became a canvas of light, music and ideas. And Australian Prime Minister Julia Gillard addressed the gathering along with Indian Minister Kapil Sibal.
Our artists interpret cultural differences and bring us together. So Ozfest is about bringing Australia's contemporary character to India in new and fresh ways. We want to surprise and excite you, amuse you and cause you to reflect, and to show you the versatility and depth of contemporary Australian culture. So, in that spirit, it gives me great pleasure to formally declare Ozfest open in the hope it will bring joy to many and strengthen the bonds of affection and respect that exist between our two nations.
It was with this as the backdrop that Australian indigenous singer Gurumul Yunupingo sang about identity, spirit and his connections to the land. Gurumul is a gifted Aboriginal singer who was born blind and lived in poverty until his music and sublime voice took Australia by storm. His first song, Bapa, was about his father and he sang in his native tongue, now spoken by just 2,000 people. Even when one couldn't understand his language, his clear voice conveyed the longing that he felt.
I'm Manoj Modi from Mumbai. I came to attend this special evening for Australian Ozfest as it's called. Very well organized. The backdrop you can see, it's wonderful, marvelous. The Aboriginal singer was super.
Accompanying Gurumul was the Dorido expert Mark Atkins, and together they played traditional songs and new compositions that reflected Gurumul's background growing up in one of the most remote but beautiful parts of the continent.
Very pleasant music and a very warming experience. It's a very nice start to the festival, especially the fusion of the cultures that we've seen here was spectacular. The laser show was a totally different experience, and the venue itself has given it a real good effect. And I think it's a very good start, and we really enjoyed every moment of it.
It was a celebration of the meeting of India and Australia as two contemporary cultures that were grounded in ancient traditions. And on the stage with the Indian Connect was Indian classical musician Anushka Shankar.
It was a beautiful evening at Purana Killa, and what a transformation. Well, let's take a small break here, but don't go anywhere because there's lots on the other side.
Coming up next on Food Trail, the Anando Mela.
Welcome once again. During Navratri, most North Indian Hindu communities go on vrats or fast. But the Bengali community compete with one another in the matters of the food. And on Food Trail this week, we are bang in the middle of a food battle.
At the Dwarka Sector 6 Durga Puja Pandal, participants are setting the stage for the grand food fight. "20 families have registered, and one by one they walk in with their homemade specials.
This particular society, Dwarka Bangiya Samaj, is a registered socio-cultural organization in Dwarka. And the Durga Puja it celebrates, it is the biggest celebration of Durga Puja in the entire sub-city.
आनंद मेला का हमारे जो मूल उद्देश्य ये है कि माँ 365 दिन एक साल में माँ फिर हमारे घर में आता है, उसके एक खुशी है। उस खुशी को हम इस रूप में आनंद मेला के रूप में हम इसको मनाते हैं। बेसिकली इसमें ये होता है कि सब अपने अपने घर में से अपनी खाना बना के लेके आता है, एक साथ मिलके हम उसको खरीद के और खाते हैं और उसको आनंद मनाते हैं।
We are at this counter which sells दूध पुली. क्या आप मुझे बता सकते हैं दूध पुली क्या होती है?
ये एक बंगाली ट्रेडिशनल स्वीट डिश है। तो ये एक राइस से बना हुआ होता है जिसके अंदर हम लोग खोआ वगैरह का स्टफिंग डालते हैं और फिर उसको दूध में बॉईल करते हैं। ये पूरी तरह से मीठा होता है।
It is a friendly competition, but a competition nevertheless. And all of them play to win. They battle it out with weapons as strong as secret family recipes, presentations, and sweet charm.
So you were saying this is a South Indian version?
This is typically Hyderabadi mirch ka salan. So in Hyderabad, it's a delicacy to have biryani along with the mirch ka salan or bagara baigan.
So was there any specification that you can only have Bengali cuisine, or there was nothing like that? You could bring out whatever you wanted?
There was nothing like that. So yeah, we chose chicken biryani Hyderabadi style.
And when the three judges set out on their inspection rounds, I stayed close behind.
So like I was telling you, the judges will visit each and every counter. Let's find out from them what exactly they're looking for. Ma'am, if you could tell me what you're looking for when you visit these counters.
I really want to know the authenticity, you know. I'm looking for that as well as taste. Taste तो बाद में पता चलेंगे.
Now that out of the way, it was time to taste the food. All sorts of dishes lined up at the table, and let the points game begin.
It's crowded and noisy at the moment, and the judges and me, we've finished walking around. We've seen every table, we know what is in store for us, and most of those dishes have also made it to the table here. While the judges will be doing their job, I have been given the privilege of being here, sitting here and tasting the food with them. I have of course no say in the judgment procedure, but I get to eat the food when they have it. Looking forward. This is the mutton chop, they said. Mutton has been minced so finely that it will melt in your mouth, and I never knew that you could actually combine this with mustard sauce, and together it tastes really brilliant. Oh wow.
Picking out a winner in a food fight is risky business. But simply tasting the delicious bread, now that is the job I love.
Now there's nothing Bengali about this dish. This is the Hyderabadi chicken biryani. And if you have been to Hyderabad and you've tasted the biryani, you'll understand that it's very different from the biryani that you have in the northern part of India. For one, the flavors are a lot more subtler. And when you bring the dish closer to your nose, the whiff that you get of the Hyderabadi biryani, now that defines its taste. And this one smells just as good as it looks.
And while the judges debated on the verdict, I simply smacked my lips.
To me, it was not the competition that mattered. It was being part of a celebration and being here present when something like the Anand Mela was going on. Now, the Colours of India team wishes each and every one of you a happy festive season. Until next week, goodbye and take care.